okay? I don't have any.
No, you have the cowlick right here.
I told you every time.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Do you want to get your brush out real quick?
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. Listen, you're talking to a person that has green hair. Like, there's no judgment at all. Like, there's none.
Okay. No, I think I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Which I'm not behind the camera now, so I'm kind of panicking. I don't know which camera you're gonna do.
I'm gonna do this one. That's the one.
The Sony or my camera?
Yeah, the Sony, because I'm looking at camera 1. That's the one that's on me.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Okay.
I don't know how you're going to make the cuts for this.
It's okay. We're just going to figure this out as we go.
Hey, you got it. Okay. Hey, here we go again, not knowing how to talk. Anyway. Act like I haven't done this 8 other times. Anyway. Okay. Hey, guys. Welcome to the final episode of Today with Ray. I'm your host, Rhema T, and this is the show that highlights everyday entrepreneurs. This week, it's just me chilling with my producer, Vance. He's on this side of the camera this time, and we're just going to have a good time. We're going to recap the episodes that we did, the things that we learned, and I wish I had a cup of coffee to talk with you guys. I normally do, but you grab your cup of coffee. I'm going to drink my water, and yeah, so, Vance.
Yeah.
This has been a new venture for you.
Yes, it really has been. But
yeah.
It has been such a joy. It has been a ton of fun, and I've done a lot of projects that have been really creative, but this has by far been one of my absolute favorites.
Oh, because I'm the best. No. So a little backstory of how Vance and I even got connected. We both are part of the same networking group, Port City Young Professionals.
Definitely. And
we immediately kicked it off, just started talking, and he told me that he has his own business, Truth and Image. And I was like, hey, I have my show, and I need to do some promo work. Can you do this? And he was just like, well, let me see what I can do. Send me some examples. What you see during the commercial break and at the end, that's all Vance. And I had such a great time filming with him. At the end of that promo session, I was just like, hey, let me run a hypothetical by you. You're just like, okay, crazy lady that I've never worked with. I was like, you want to produce my show for season 4?
Honestly, that was not what I was expecting you to ask at all.
Look, I was just like, I told him honestly, I'm like, look, I want to be able to come in, talk to my people, and then leave. Like, I don't want to do the editing part anymore. I don't want to make the cuts. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to sit here and talk. And he was just like, let's do it. Yeah. And it's been phenomenal. He really is. His craftsmanship is beautiful. And I'm just going to say this now. You can use him for anything else, but I got him locked in for producing my show. I'm just going to apologize now. You're going to have to fight me to get him. Like,
she made me sign a blood oath. Yeah, I'm locked in forever. Yeah.
No, seriously. So
I still have stitches.
Yeah. So this final episode, again, we work so good together. I just want to know your thoughts from behind the camera. Going into this, we've done 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts from behind the camera? Like, how was it shifting, like, to do this? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun because I've done other projects, but usually it's been 1 camera, maybe at most 2, really to just kind of get like just some different things. But to have potentially now 4 cameras all going at the same time, it was definitely a challenge. Major shout out to Elevate Co-working.
Yes, Elevate
Their
Co-working.
space is amazing. I've loved every moment of working with this place. This really made it a lot more easy for me to be able to troubleshoot some of the things that would take hours to lay down wires and set things up. Everything was already prepped and ready to go. So it made it a lot easier. But there was definitely a learning process that came with it. There were some hiccups. some trial and error that came with it. Like 8 hours of slow motion footage we didn't ever need.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. I want you to go back and watch the episode with Brittany Rincon, who designed this podcast room for Elevate Co-working, and you can better understand the logic and beauty behind this space. But I remember when we had our initial meeting with them, I knew Vance was serious about his work. Guys, I'm not making this up, and I don't even know if you knew that I caught on to this. But I knew Vance was serious about his work. He was like, hey, Ray, just take a seat on the couch real quick. And I was just like, okay. Guys, he pulls out his phone and he's like tracking it. And
the sun thing.
He's tracking it, right? And he's just like, hey, so we can't film in here after 5 o'clock because the sun is going to hit you right on the face. And I was like, you're amazing. I would have never... I would have never known.
I completely forgot about that.
And that's the moment where I was like, oh, I got me a good one. Like, who would have known a sun tracking app to make sure that your person's face isn't getting whitewashed?
Yeah, because you guys can't really see it, but there's like a window that's right here. They have like the blinds drawn. They have like a cover over top of that, and then they have like black paneling on top of all of that. So like they're trying really, and they do a great job. It's a great space, but like if the sun was to hit really hard, that could be a really big issue lighting wise.
Right.
And it was just something I didn't even think about. It was just off the top of my head. I was like, oh, wait a minute. If the sun's going to set, is it going to come through this window? Because then that's going to be an editing nightmare. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, aside from the work that I got back from the promo video, I was like, oh. And listen, guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna brag on Vance this entire episode, but some of the terminology, he asked the person what's their zebra setting.
Yep, zebras. You
go Google what a zebra set. I'm like. And here I am, previous seasons, I'm just like, I got my phone, guys. I got my phone.
You did really good, though.
Listen,
don't
I'm not knocking it.
You did really good.
I'm not knocking it. Everyone has to start somewhere. But you really are. You're the truth.
Well, thank you.
An image.
Oh,
that was bad?
That was good. No,
that was a good one?
That was A+. That was like a 10 out of 10 on the dad scale. That was well done.
Good. Coming from a dad. I mean.
Yes, absolutely. That was a 10 out of 10.
That's a 10 out of 10. Okay. So. I'm not going to ask who was your favorite person that we interviewed, but what was something that was like the most impactful that someone said?
Oh,
you remember?
Gosh.
This season, I'm telling you,
so many.
The ante has been like up here, guys, of people's wealth of knowledge and their stories. But if any, what was one that was like, oh, that resonates with where I am in my life?
Man, that's such a tough one because there's been so like when I've been off to the side, like I jot down notes.
I see you. That's why I'm asking.
I constantly get like the nuggets. Oh, that's so hard. I think it was Brittany Fountain, and then it was also Archer. Also touched on it too, but it was to the effect of have a business plan and get your house in order.
Yeah,
those two really hit home for me because I kind of had a business plan laid out of what I. Where I wanted to go, where my plans were for the next 5 years. But then to really, when other business owners start going into like what they did in the level of detail, it made me realize that like, whoa, I don't have this as ironed out as I thought I would.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that you can't do that if you don't have that set up, but it's going to help you grow exponentially faster if you have that in order because you're going to skip those speed bumps.
Exactly.
And that was something that was really eye-opening for me because the more I've looked at it, the more I've been like, ooh, that needs to get fixed. Oh, I need to get that. That is something I didn't think about. And now it's like I've counteracted those things far before they ever become an issue in my business. And if it wasn't for both of them kind of putting it in their own unique way, I would have never gone back and looked at that, because I'm just like, oh, yeah, I've got it done. Like, it's set. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I agree that it's so important, and always getting that reminder from other entrepreneurs, like, yeah, it's cool to be the creator or, you know, the talker, but, like, if you don't have the actual legal side or the business side in order, man, you're gonna flop. Like,
or burn out.
Yeah. Right.
That was a big thing for me, was starting it up. I tried to launch a previous business before Truth and Image, and that one failed because I tried to do too much. I tried to be everything to everyone.
Right.
So if I had had the plans then, who knows where I would be now.
Yeah.
Probably not nearly as much as enjoying what I'm doing right here with you, but yeah, like, you can't neglect those things.
No, absolutely. And it keeps you kind of on the right track of things. Like, when you have your business model, your business goals, you can kind of see, okay, we're on the right track. Oh, I need to adjust this, or holy crap, like, we did really good and we're like ahead of the curve. Yeah. And so we need to start thinking of new goals now. Yeah. Like, man, I don't know. I think
it's so hard. There were so many good ones.
It was so many good ones. No regrets with Brandon.
That was a good one, yeah.
And I think that put it in perspective, because I think as entrepreneurs, but really as humans, there's so much that you can look back on. It's like, oh, I wish I could have did this different. Oh, I wish I could have did this sooner. I could have wished I did this better. Like, and there's so many. But I think hearing that, like, live with no regrets, was just so refreshing to put it in perspective, because everything that you did then got you to where you are now.
Yeah.
And so it was almost like a pause was just, I was overcome with pause, because I'm like, man, I don't have to look backwards anymore. I can just be like, you know what? Everything I did led me to having my own award-winning talk show. So
yeah, exactly.
With the best producer in town. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah.
You're too kind.
I am. I really am. No.
I think we should have like a cut rolling back to all the times you call me bossy.
Vance, my bossy producer that's telling me to look at this camera.
Wonderful but bossy producer Vance with
so far.
One time he really was bossy. I don't remember. Was that Archer?
It was Archer, because there was a specific camera you were supposed to look to, and you looked to the wrong one by accident.
Yeah. Camera. Yep, I have my producer that's telling me I need to look at this camera, guys.
So I was just trying to be like nice and polite.
No,
I like leaned over and was just trying to like point to it.
Guys, he was not nice and polite. I'm in the middle of ending the episode, and he is like, this camera, and I was just like, I'm sorry. Like, I was almost done.
I really thought I was gesturing in a kind way. Apparently that was not the case.
I'm exaggerating. He was actually nice. He was just like, this camera. Oh. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
But hey, that's what he's here for, because if it was up to me, I would be looking at that camera, which it's not the one I'm supposed to be looking at. So
it's all good. We still made it work, though.
We did. We're here at the finale. So exactly. And hopefully you guys have liked every episode. We've worked really hard.
Yes, we have. It has been a very collaborative process.
Yeah.
But it's been a ton of fun.
It really has. Yeah. It really has. And even down to framing, like you'll see in the first 2 episodes, my sign. Yeah. I thought it was going to be better, like over here by me. But we started looking at the cameras, and Vance was like, I think it'll be better here in between the 2 guests. And I was just like, what would I do without you? I would be looking crazy. with my sign barely in any of the shots. So, yeah, learning curves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trying to think what else. Even down to the seating placement.
Yeah.
Because I wanted my guest to sit on the couch with me, and he was just like, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of hard to cut to a wide shot and two people are literally sitting
right
next
there.
to each other. It doesn't quite work.
Yeah, learning curves.
Yeah.
I mean, had this just been me,
You would have done fine though.
I would have made something work. I would have had the wide shot, and then I probably would have just cut it, but it would have looked crazy. Just the half and half of the couch. Yeah.
You want to have the couch in the other.
That's it.
They don't know how long the couch is in between.
No.
Yeah.
But it would have looked crazy because you would have saw today in my shot of my sign, and then with Ray in their shot. And it would have looked crazy.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. My problem is for me, no matter how many times, and I love all of our guests, but like no matter how much I try and watch it for like the actual content, like their great points, my brain will go to like the nitpicky things.
Oh, yeah.
Like I should have moved that wire. Why was that wire? That wire was tight on this episode, but on this episode it was wiggly. Like I should have done it. When you get to be that production side, it really is completely different sitting here. But I try not to do that to myself, but I can't help it.
Yeah. No, it's perfectly fine. Just a little behind the scenes, like when we go on commercial break, Vance is very anal about the chords. Like he will come and he's like, excuse me. Yep, that was in the shot and it was bothering me.
Yep.
Whole time, nobody watching the other eight episodes were looking, but we were just editing today.
This right here has been a process.
I was just going to say.
That was the process. Like, meticulously, like, now without fail, I have to get this wire just right.
Yeah. We were sitting earlier today, and even down to the color grading.
Yes.
In different episodes. This back here, sometimes it looks beige, looks pink.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's corrected that before we air our first episode.
Nobody will ever know.
Look, they'll know now. These are all the secrets from...
They're going to go back and they're just going to comment and be like,
I see
at
it.
this time frame, this was pink. That was supposed to be white. Why is it bone colored? Like, that's a yellow. That's not a white, sir.
Exactly. It was at this very moment we knew you messed up. Exactly. Yeah. Look, don't nitpick too hard. We did a great job this season.
We did. We absolutely did.
We literally filmed, I think, 2 episodes every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, just like maybe like what, 30 minute break in between?
Yeah.
If that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, look, I get to share all of the behind-the-scenes secrets now. So, like, I've literally had to bring 2 changes of clothes to make it seem like a different day.
She is so committed. I didn't even think about the change of clothes. I did not even think about that. So when you pulled that out, I was like, oh, man, this is, like, she's prepared. Like, next, like, you know.
Yeah, because, and I know some people, they're going to be like, well, we didn't care about that. Like, but I do, because each episode is supposed to look like a different week. Yeah, look, you're getting all the secrets now. But
all of them. Yep.
Yeah. What do you think has been the biggest learning curve for you throughout season 4?
That's a good one. I think the biggest learning curve for me has been to everything does not have to be perfect. There's going to be moments where you're going to make mistakes or you're going to create something and it's at that point is definitely your best.
Yeah.
But then, you know, when you look back farther down the line, you're like, ugh, like, oh, why did I not fix this? And you can easily be so self-critical. But, and I think that harkens back to our other guest with the no regrets.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to make those mistakes because then you learn from them.
Yeah.
And if you look at it from that perspective of, oh, well, that mistake led me to be that much better, that I think that was the biggest lesson for me was that, okay, from episode 1 to episode 8, there's going to be some changes, but just the fact that I put it out there and
Right.
people are enjoying it and it connects with people, that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much I nitpick a wire in the background. Ultimately, if it really connects and resonates with the audience, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people that won't air something because they've nitpicked it so bad. And there's others that wait. There's a story of two filmmakers, and one just constantly put out the bad movies. He just constantly perfected the work, but put it out there. Excuse me. And before long, he was the film director for like a major movie, right? And he had a college roommate who they were in the same field, where the other one, he wanted to work on one project, but perfect it. And 10 years have gone past, and one of them, again, major movie director, because he constantly just did it and perfected along the way, while the other one still hadn't put anything out because they were waiting to perfect the one thing. So if that offers any...
No, absolutely. I mean, I've been really critical with some of my business stuff. Like I'd have, you know, and it would literally be like an Instagram short. Like it literally would be like under a minute, and I edited it, and there was one thing wrong, and I'd be like, no, I'm throwing this out. Like, it's garbage. I can't. Like the audio's not right. I got to do it. And like I think about it now, and I'm like, yeah, but if I would have just released that,
you could have still got some likes.
I still could have gotten some likes. It could have connected with someone. Like. I look at it's funny because it's like I look at myself now from the lessons I've learned from this season, and I look back at myself like 3-4 months ago, and I'm like, dude, like chill out. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna learn from it, but just put it out there. Like people are gonna enjoy it. You know, you don't have to be Spielberg. I mean, you can obviously shoot to try and be like him. But at the end of the day, enjoy it. You don't need to make yourself miserable trying to do something you love.
Right.
You don't need to.
Very much so. And it makes me think back to Brittany's episode where she kind of let us know that, like, no one knows where the drilling is. That was also a great reprieve, especially in entrepreneurship. Like, you can look at someone and they have it all together, and whole time it's like holding a dress together with, like, clothespins, like...
The wedding dress looks beautiful from behind. But there's a lot of stuff going on.
Exactly.
Right there.
It's held together by duct tape and some safety pins. And it's like, you make one wrong move.
You're done.
You're done. You're done. You're going to be exposed. Yeah. So, any producer notes for me?
Oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm cut.
Shut up. You remember he signed a blood contract, so he's not going anywhere, guys.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Even if I die, I still have to, like, I'm legally obligated. I can't stay but more than 40 feet behind you on a chain. Nobody can see it, but she can. No, I just, I mean, no notes, of course. No, just
I'm perfect. I mean, what could he really say? I mean...
No, this is I think that this has just been an amazing experience, and I'm so happy that that you were so gracious enough to bring me on and trust me with your brand.
Of course.
And I look to absolutely want to do this again. Absolutely want to do this again.
Yeah. Of course. We got to start planning for season 5 already.
Absolutely.
Because we're done.
Yep.
This is it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No. I meant like we're done with the season.
I was like, wow,
we're
okay,
done.
ouch.
We're done with the season. We gotta start recruiting for season 5.
Oh, I legit for like 30 seconds there. I was like, oh,
we're done with this episode.
I thought that we were done. Like, oh, okay.
No.
There goes me overthinking.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It happens. What else? What other secrets?
Oh man.
Or behind the scenes. From your standpoint.
I'm not gonna lie, Archer B. Wells shook me pretty hard with the candle industry.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That shook me so hard.
Guys.
Man.
Yeah.
Like.
The biology lesson that we got.
Like.
Would that be biology?
I mean, like biology, like human health, like human safety, like there was just so many layers to it, and like I never would have thought there would be that much complexity and depth with candles.
I have looked at all of my candles back home and realized I'm a horrible person.
Like I'm not gonna lie, like I have candles that I like now, and I'm like, I can't light them because I'm like, I don't know what's in them.
I don't know
what's in them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a bad person because I still burn mine.
Well, I mean, I still use Febreze. So I guess we're both bad.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're listening to this, please make an air cleaning line so we both can just.
They do have their room spray.
Oh well.
They showed it on the episode.
Oh, this is so bad. Oh, Lord.
He was so amazed by their nuggets. He was taking notes that he totally forgot that they have room spray.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely didn't just forget that. That may or may not make it into the edit.
Oh, you are keeping that part. If you have me on camera as the bad guy still burning these candles full of carcinogens, that word, then you are going to be on camera admitting that you forgot one of our guests.
Product line.
Yes, that is, oh my gosh.
And I had all those pretty products.
Yeah, you do.
In there too. I loved those. I had too much fun with that. Oh. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What about you? Was there any ones that really shook you?
I don't like it. It really is so hard. Especially having someone to talk to for the season finale. Because normally I just like glance over like we had a good season and we talked to this person and do a couple of highlights, but like to really dissect into what everyone said. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I think Fountain really kind of put things into perspective of like entrepreneurship, but from the perspective of the risk.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That was something that I didn't take into account because, I mean, you talk about all the time, trying to de-glamorize the idea of entrepreneurship, but you never think about the concept of what happens if it fails.
Oh,
the farthest scenario. And Fountain really kind of put that in perspective in a way that was like, oh, wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody ever wants to go to that farthest extreme. Everyone always wants to look at it from an optimistic perspective. But that was another thing that was like, wow, yeah, there's a realness to it, a risk to it.
Yeah, I think now piggybacking off of that with Barrett, as he talked about his story of how he's just now getting to where, and he's had his business for 20 years.
Yeah.
And the perseverance and the fact of like this, and in his episode, he said, I knew this is what I wanted to do, and he did it. And just knowing that like that overnight success isn't a real thing.
No, it's not.
Even sometimes your huge success is gonna come 20 years down the line.
Yeah.
And are you going to hold fast to what you believe in yourself?
Yeah.
Or are you going to look at it after only 5 years and say, oh my gosh, I'm not where I want to be at? That's the one that hit me. Because I do that sometimes. And I goes back to Brandon with the no regrets. But I look and it's just like, I've only been doing this for 2 years now. I'm okay.
It's amazing the stuff that you've done, though.
Thanks. I try not to talk about myself, which is why I have a talk show to talk about other people. But yeah, no, and I really do. Yeah, thank you for that, because I look back and I'm just like, well, like, I'm not on TV. That's really what I think sometimes. And I'm just like, good God, girl, like, pump your brakes. Maybe that won't happen for 20 other years, but am I going to stick with this? Or, like, I am.
I know you
I am.
will.
I am,
have
guys.
No doubt you will. Yeah.
Who the heck gets a TV deal? in the 2 years of being on YouTube.
Never know. You never know.
I mean, hey, I was just happy to
first.
break 100 subscribers. That was it. I'm cool. I'm cool. But if you want to go ahead and subscribe, you can do
Like and subscribe. Folks.
like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
Oh, I see. I forgot that.
So that you can be aware. I can't even say new episodes.
Newer season will
Well,
be
yeah,
coming soon.
when you are going to be notified for the new season.
We'll notify you right up.
Oh my gosh. You would act like I didn't just do this for 8 other episodes.
I think
It's you.
I think we've lost it. I think
Yeah.
we've gotten a little delusional.
We're delusional at this point. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But, yeah. You got anything else? Yeah, because I'm...
I'm kind of blanking right now.
Me too, man.
Like you get those creative juices flowing for so long, and then eventually it's just like
We're dried up, man.
we're just like gone.
Yeah, and this is filmed after 2 other because like
2
I
other
mentioned, we've been doing
seasons.
2 episodes, so this is after 2 episodes.
Yeah.
You're lucky you got however long this episode is.
I was so self-conscious about today. I brought a comb.
Oh gosh.
I brought a comb.
Gosh. Guys, we knew that we were going to do some promo, and it just worked out that we did the season finale, and I walk in and I see this brush on the counter on the table, and I was just jokingly like, "Oh, you brought your brush for today?" And he was just like, "Yes, because I have random cowlicks that happen." I was just like, "Oh." I'm not even gonna lie. I thought a different podcaster left behind.
I brought my wife's like very bright purple like comb.
You would have never thought that it was
It
Vance's.
is, should I go get it?
Go get it.
I'm gonna get it.
Oh gosh. Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, no, you gotta be prepared.
You gotta be prepared.
These
I mean,
cowlicks are bad. There's a story to this of why I would bring my wife's brush in. When I first got my big boy job in HR, which now looking back I couldn't stand.
no regrets though.
No regrets, of course, no regrets. They took my ID photo, and I was like dressed up, like I had like done my hair up, like everything was good.
Yeah.
I even looked in the mirror like before they took the photo, and I was so excited. And they took the photo, and I'm like, I'm cheesing, like I got my new like job. And then they printed out my ID, and like literally it was like
right there,
this like giant just strand of hair just sitting out like this, and like that's all you saw. That was my ID photo, and I couldn't reprint it.
Yeah.
And, like, I was so upset and frustrated, like, forever from that point forward. If I had, like, an ID photo, if I had to do a video, like, I would have to brush my hair because I was just, like, I refuse to have that moment ever happen again.
But see, you learned from that.
I did.
You grew from that, and now you have a traveling hairbrush.
Yep. Don't tell my wife. Please
She's going to
don't
watch
tell
this
my wife.
episode. She should be watching.
Yes, she will be.
So she's going to know regardless. Yep. I didn't snitch, though. Your secret was safe with me.
Nope. This is 100% me.
Yep, all you. This season has been so much fun. You can sit here and listen to our delusional, tired, hangry talk all day, but I have broccoli sitting in my car. My car's going to stink. So, guys, I want to thank you for everything. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys
this
so much.
Season. It's been incredible. Vance, thank you for being that guy.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I got to be that guy. Thank you for being such an amazing host with the huge variety of people that we brought on the show.
Yeah. This season, this has been unique of having so many different plethora of people. Insane. You're just gonna have to go back. If this is the episode that you're catching, you've watched it wrong. You got to go back and watch the rest of the season.
Gotta do it.
You got to do it. So
many gems.
So many gems. So many people. So many fun moments that we have shared with you guys. Yeah. Thanks, Vance, with Truth and Image, which I messed up in the first episode. I'm trying to close the episode.
Tell them about that, though.
Okay, so
I edited that out.
Yeah, he did.
Nobody saw that.
He did. So episode 1 with Ario. I killed the episode. I mean, you should go back and watch it.
It was perfect. Like,
everything
no hiccups,
was
nothing,
great.
Not even a cough. Like,
I go to close the episode. Thanks Ariel, thanks Elevate, and then I go Truth in Media. Truth in Media, guys. And he's behind the camera like, Truth and Image. I told you he's bossy. I mean, he should be. I messed up the name of his business. So, of course, I laughed it off. I'm like, oh, God, it's the first episode. Like, that's why I got a producer. He's going to edit that out. But
I really did edit that out.
You really did. But you can go back and watch it, and you will know the exact moment where he edited out. I want to thank Elevate Co-working for this beautiful space. Vance with Truth and Image. I'm so sorry. Look, it's the first episode, guys, because I'm laughing.
Now you understand why she overreacted when she just stuttered. She didn't just stutter.
I didn't stutter.
There was a whole story behind it.
A whole story. But since then, I have not messed up.
Yep. You've nailed it every single time.
Every single time. So, for real, guys, I promise you we're going to close this episode.
This is our ending now?
I believe so. Did you have any other questions?
I think I'm good.
Are you, okay.
I don't know if you want to go get lunch. I'm going to go get lunch. But
no, my lunch is in my car.
You really going to eat that broccoli? It's been sitting
probably not.
Been here for like 3 hours.
Yeah, probably not. My car's going to stink. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Vance, thank you so much. Elevate.
Thank you, Elevate.
Thank you, Elevate. And of course, thank you guys. This is the closing of season 4. We'll see you in season 5. Bye.